guys, in this clip I'm going to show you how to pick this master lock, just like the one you see here. The first thing you're going to need to do is you're going to need to make some tools. I find that using an old windshield wiper works rather well. What you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and take off this strip insert right in here that holds this rubber part of the washer on the wiper itself. You'll use this strip as your material. If you don't have a windshield wiper such as this one here, an old hacksaw blade works just as well. But right now I'm just going to go ahead and use this windshield wiper blade. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove this piece of metal right in here. Okay, and the easiest way I found to remove that is just to pull the strip off just like that. Now you can actually see the windshield wiper, and it just has this springy little bit in here, and we're just going to kind of tear that off as well, like so. And there you have it. This piece right here we can get rid of. Now we have the windshield wiper metal that actually holds the rubber on there, or helps hold the rubber on and keep it straight. We're going to go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to take our cutters. In this case I have a pair of snips. This is an old pair. I don't want to use my new pair, of course, because it will damage the tips. If you don't have snips, something like these type of pliers might work just as well. So what am I going to do here first is I'm just going to go ahead and cut it, just to get a good piece of material here going. Okay, so you can tell I have two strips here now, and I'm going to cut it again, probably about 6 inches or so. Okay, so here's my piece. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and bend a curve on it just with a regular pair of pliers. And just kind of bend it over just by hand. That much should be enough. We're making a tension wrench at the moment. And then just so it's a little more comfortable, I like putting a twist on it, but you don't have to. To do that, you'll just need to grab a second pair of pliers and give it a little twist. There. Now you have one tensioning tool. Okay. The next thing you're going to need is an actual pick. So with the rest of the material you have remaining, I'd recommend cutting off a good 4 or 5 more inches off this piece. Okay, so now I'm going to take this piece here over to my grinder, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put a little hook on the end, and you'll see that in a minute. I'm just using a regular bench grinder such as this one right here. If you don't have one like this, you can also use something like a sander. Be careful though where the sparks go. You don't want to ignite anything, and always wear safety glasses when using a grinder such as this. Okay, so now that we have our tools, there are a couple things you want to watch out for. For instance, when I made the pick on this one here, I made it too thin, and as I was using it, the metal actually bent. Now this might still work for one more pick, but I'm not going to try it. And another thing, if you look at the difference between the two, the bottom one has more of a curve to it, so it can actually grab the pins and push them down a little bit better, whereas the top one doesn't. If I bend it back, you'll see. Another thing you have to watch out for is on the windshield wipers, they have these little notches in there. So in this case, I made this one by mistake by having that little notch exactly where the weakest point of the metal is, making the tip of this actually bend. And just to show you that there are no tricks involved here, I'm going to show you this lock here. I don't know if this is the right key or not, but we'll try it. Okay, this is the key that opens it. I'm going to go ahead and shut it. This is not the right key. Can't open it. I'm going to go ahead and take my tension bar, place it in that hole right there. Go ahead and take my pick, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you from this side so you can see it better. I'm going to go in and I'm going to pick it, just work it back and forth and slowly pull it out more and more and more, stick it back in, and just keep working that back and forth till the lock opens. And I'm going to keep slight pressure on my thumb, pushing this open, or up in this case, at all times. But slight pressure. If you put too much pressure on the tension bar here, it won't work. So we're going to go ahead and stick the tool all the way in. Hook in this case is pointed downward. Work it all the way in there. And then go ahead and start working the tool here back and forth. Now sometimes I can get this done in 5 seconds. Sometimes it takes 5 minutes. Practice is key. It depends what type of lock you have. So just bear with me for a moment. I think I almost got it. There you have it. That's open. This should still turn, as you can see that. I'm going to pull this out. You can see that has turned. Now when I release it, I won't be able to turn it that far. There, it was even a click. I don't know if you heard that or not, but look. I can't open it. I'm going to do it one more time so you can see there were no tricks. Grab the pick, put it in like that, back and forth, back and forth. There you have it. The lock's open again. As you can tell, pull this out again. This can actually move all the way over. And I'm going to hold it up to the camera now and see if you can hear the pins in here click. Or the tumblers, I should call them.